Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcro here, aka Scoot, back with the United Battle Championships Season 5, Week number 2. Team Builder went up yesterday, Battle goes up today, so here we are. Going to narrate this battle here. Again, a rematch of last season's semifinals, so really hype about this battle. And like I said in the Team Builder, my team is Kieran Black, which is a Life Orb set, Ice Beam, Outrage, Roost, Substitute. Check the EV spreads on the Team Builder. So, Gardevoir is a sub Will-O-Wisp Calm Mind Hyper Voice set, mostly bulky, but a little bit of speed investment, a little bit of investment otherwise or elsewhere. So you should check that out in the Team Builder if you haven't already. Pretty standard choice scarf set here on the Primate. Basically the same set I brought last week. A little bit different EVs. Have checked that out as well. Use turn, close combat, ice punch, and gunk shot. Same exact spread I brought last week, or same exact moves. Defiant ability, obviously. Rotom Wash is a little bit different set this week. I guess it's pretty standard. Got the Volt Switch and the Thunderbolt. That's a little bit different part. Otherwise, it's basically standard Will-O-Wisp, Hydro Pump, and a max defense. Basically, standard defensive pivot Rotom in the OU tier with leftovers and Levitate, of course. Then next up, I got my boy Wayne Manor here, which is another U-turn, like momentum kind of bringer. So I got U-turn on Gligar and Primeape and Volt Switch on Rotom Wash. So, like I said, it can U-turn, Earthquake, Taunt, Roost, EV Spread, and stuff is in the Team Builder, so go check that out. Basically, defensive Rotom, defensive Gligar was really needed, and especially bulky Mega Gardevoir. So I got some HP investment there. Next up is Salazzle with the Shed Shell. It was a last-minute decision. Enough speed to outpace the Lottie, and then max special attack, Nasty Plot, Flamethrower, Sludge Wave, and Substitute. Can set up a sub on basically anything and pressure it to break my sub. Flamethrower and Sludge Wave was the only two attacks I needed with Nasty Plot, and the Shed Shell allows me to not be trapped by Dotrio, obviously. So that's important. More in depth in the Team Builder, so go there if you want to hear about that. Otherwise, let's get to the battle here. Going to lead off with Salazzle as he leads off with Togekiss. So he's forced to switch. Goes into Dugtrio predicting maybe a Sludge Wave right off the bat, or maybe a Nasty Plot right off the bat, and maybe he's Choice Scarfed or something. I'm going to... actually, he's naturally faster than me. So, like I said, I am Shed Shell, though. He could predict me to be like a Expert Belt or Life Orb or something, but... he might predict me to even be Shed Shell even, so there's that. I'm just going to click Flamethrower here. It can do massive amounts unless he's got a little bit of investment, which it does seem that he does have a little bit of investment here. And now here he probably thinks he has me trapped, so I'm going to show him that I was prepared for the Dotrio, and I'm not going to let that thing take out my Salazzle there. I'm going to click to see he could easily switch out and try to trap Mons later in the match, like Mega Gardevoir or Kieran Black, which are problems for his team. So he could save this. So I'm going to predict him to save this, and I'm going to click Will-O-Wisp. And he actually clicks the Memento. So he's going to see that I was going for the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm going to get a special attack and a physically attack drop there. So he does go into Snorlax. I could go for the Will-O-Wisp again, but he most likely has the rest anyway. Now my play there was most certainly to Will-O-Wisp and make him rest, and then go into something else, or Will-O-Wisp and taunt, with the Gligar or something. I decided to make the hard read and predict him to curse, and I switched straight into my Primate to just go ahead and click Close Combat, get as much damage off as possible before going into Gardevoir or Kieran to revenge kill. But he does go straight for the body slam. Unfortunately, does over half, and more unfortunately, he gets the paralyzation there on the body slam. So unfortunate for me. He's going to switch out here, go into Togekiss. As I click Close Combat here, I guess I could have clicked gunk shot there since it didn't really matter. But in case he went Celesteela, I wanted to get a little damage off. He goes for the trick as I switch out to my Rotom Wash. Gives me a Choice Scarf. And this is where I was so happy with running Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and Hydro Pump. Now I have a Choice Scarf, so I'm potentially faster than a lot of things on his side of the field. I'm just going to click Volt Switch here, I believe. No, I clicked Thunderbolt because it was my best play. And I actually get the pair on the Snorlax. I'm not going to say that's justice because he can rest it off. I can't. I go into Gligar here, and I can taunt him here, prevent him from going for rest, prevent him from going for curse or anything like that. And now he's going to swap out here, go into Celesteela as I can just U-turn out, predicting that to happen. Can bring in Salazzle here. I can set up a sub. I can click Nasty Plot, or I can click Flamethrower or Sludge Wave. He goes straight into Emboar as I click sub, so I'm fine with this. I'm really surprised he went for Sucker Punch there, as I could have went for Nasty Plot, and Nasty Plot would have ensured that that thing was O-code the following turn, and then would have actually probably won me the game right there if I'd have clicked Nasty Plot, assuming that I could beat the Snorlax down. So he's going to go for the Body Slam again, as I'm just going to sack off Primeape. It's in a position where it's not really benefiting me, and now I'm going to play the worst game that I've ever played in my life, and play so poorly in front of this Snorlax that it can't even be fathomed. First of all, I didn't even click Mega Evolve, so there's 1 point deducted from my Pokemon IQ, I guess. I clicked Calm Mind first and Will-O-Wisp this thing, and I don't even have like enough bulk investment to live a burnt, or to take less than 25 from a burnt Celesteela's Iron Head. So I'm forced to switch out to my Rotom Wash, which I can just click Volt Switch on the Celesteela and be completely happy, as he has no ground immunity anymore, and he pretty much has to go into Snorlax, in which I could go into Kyurem Black and 2-hit KO. I can go into Salazzle and try to win some sleep turns here against this thing. And it's not really going to work out for me. He's going to get a curse on the first turn, which is looking kind of grim for me. I'm not going to lie about that. It does look very grim for me, as he is able to get the Body Slams off. I only get one Nasty Plot up. I'm going to sub up again, hoping that he doesn't realize that he wakes up this turn. But my opponent does not choke, so I just click Sludge Wave there as he Body Slams and knocks me out. So now I'm going to bring in Gardevoir, and I'm going to click Calm Mind this turn because I know he can't knock me out. No matter his investment here, he can't knock me out. Does 71, and here I can click Hyper Voice, put him in range of Kyurem Black. But he sees what I was doing. He saw that I was trying to put him in range of Kyurem, to where that Gligar and Rotom can wall the rest of his team, and Kyurem can put the offensive pressure on. But like I said, he saw that coming. I just switch out to Rotom here on the Toxic. So it's going further and further downhill for me every turn. And I basically just have to Volt Switch out here again. Going to Gardevoir, like I said, I'm playing around the Snorlax so poorly that it's unfathomable. I can't even fucking talk right now. Don't mind me. So I could more than likely go into Kyurem Black here and knock him straight out with Outrage, but that gives Togekiss a kill and loses me my win condition. So basically what I need to happen is I need Togekiss to go down so I can spam Outrage with Kyurem Black. With Substitute and Roost, I should be able to win this game still, unless this happens. So he goes in, so he gets the Snorlax back in, and I lose my Gardevoir. Bring in my Gligar on the, I think it's a Hydro Pump or something. I realized I couldn't break the Snorlax. He rests up and curses up as I have to go in and then taunt him, and realize that he's probably still going to beat me 1v1, but I can still prevent him from getting crazy with these setups. with Taunt and Earthquake, chipping him down. He does go into Togekiss here. I can roost off this damage, no problem. As he goes for the Dazzling Gleam, can roost it off no damage, or no problem, like I said. And back up to over half, so you're going to take 40 from this again, the roost up, but he actually goes for Air Slash this turn and actually gets the flinch there. A bit unfortunate for me. Now I just go into Cure him here, click Ice Beam, knock this bad boy out. And now I'm in a okay position to actually start spamming Outrage, as it does over half to Snorlax. As you can see, Snorlax can't even curse up on me at this point. And Celesteela, as you can see, this did 36%, right? And he's at 31. But he's got leftovers, so he's at 37. But he's also burnt, so he gets brought back down to 31. Meaning the Will-O-Wisp from Gardevoir came in clutch, allowed Kieran Black to pick up the 3-hit KO, or the 2-hit KO there on the Celesteela that was already weakened. Here, I could not let the Scolipede set up or Baton Pass into, or set up, then Baton Pass into Emboar. Or, Speed Pass is actually allowed, but like Swords Dance, Speed Pass is not allowed. So, like, if he passed Speed into Emboar, I was fucked. And if he set up a Swords Dance, I was fucked. So, basically, my only play was to stay in. And I actually end up outspeeding him because he didn't speed creep my Kieran Black. He sped crept some lesser speed mon. So, got really fortunate there as he goes into Emboar. Sucker Punch brings me down pretty low. But Outrage obviously able to OHKO, and it comes down to turn 45. I'm confused. Outrage kills Snorlax, but Confusion kills me and allows him to get a rest in turn, which wins him the game. So if I get confused here, I'll lose the game, no doubt. I die, and then he kills me, right? So, can't let that happen. I got to break through here. I've got to beat him and avenge my semifinals loss last week. I've got to get this Confusion broke through and Outrage here, and we pull through there with probably the most outrageous victory I've ever seen. Pun intended there. As you saw, Kieran Black click Outrage on Snorlax, then onto the Celesteela twice, onto the Emboar, and then onto the Scolipede, and then Snorlax one final time. So 6 outrages, pretty sick. Pretty sick to see Kieran Black put in so much work. King Cold, the coldest, Black.com, BBC, Kings, fuck yeah. Yeah, was really, really happy with the team's performance. Really sad that I only brought so Kyurem and Primeape were my Snorlax breakers, but they didn't, Primeape didn't get to perform the way I wanted it to, and it almost cost me the game because I got a little too impatient. I guess this could have been a 60-turn battle instead of a 45-turn battle, but losing my Primeape really sped up the game because I had to start, I basically started to lose the match, and then Kieran Black put the team on its back and said, Scoot, we can't let the Black Mount Cougars lose. We got to beat him this time. We got to beat him. And so we pulled through and get the win over the Boston Kommo-O. Very satisfied with that, like I said. And, yeah, that's going to be the battle. Let me know what you thought of the battle and the prep and all that stuff. Comments. What's the words I use? Like, comment, subscribe, and all the good stuff. That's like the catchphrase on the outro here. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching.